Hey guys, we're going to take a look at evaluating now a power to another exponent. So here we have a base to an exponent to another exponent. Earlier we had done things up here where we had bases are the same, so we were multiplying, we added the exponents, but this is different. This isn't a power times another power. Down here what we have is a power to another exponent. So let me do a little example down here for a second. If we have this, let's say we have 3 to the power of 2 to the power of 4. What am I doing? That's an example that's right there. Let me just do this example. What am I doing? Okay, here we have 3 to the power of 2 to the power of 4. So that means we have 3 squared times itself 4 times, right? 3 squared times 3 squared times 3 squared times 3 squared. Right? This times itself 4 times is that. Now we know this is really 3 times 3, 3 times 3, 3 times 3, and 3 times 3. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is really 3 to the power of 8. Okay? So you're going to find that when you expand all of this and then collect it, each time you're going to find there's a certain shortcut that works, which is one of the laws of exponents, and I'm going to tell you right now what it is in case you don't see it for yourself already. When you have a power to another exponent, what you do is you simply just multiply those two together. See that 2 times 4 is equal to 8. That's it. Okay, so now here we have, and it also says evaluate. So that means that it didn't say write it as just a power, it also says evaluate. So what we need to do is actually say what the number is. So let's think about this. What is 3 to the power of 8? Well, you can do it on a scrap piece of paper. Let's see here. 3 to the power of 8. So 3 to the power of 8 we know is, that was 3 squared times 3 squared times 3 squared times 3 squared. So that's 9 times 9, 9 times 9, and 9 times 9. So that's 81, and that's 81. So now all of this, instead of multiplying it 8 times, we can just go like this, and now we can just do 81 times 81. 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 8 is 8. Put the 0 down, 8 times 1 is 8, 8 times 8 is 64, and then we add 1, 6, carry the 1, 5, 6. 6,561 is what this is equal to. 6561. So because it said evaluate, we need to actually put that number in. Okay, let's now do this one. So here we know that this is going to be multiplied. So this is really a quarter to the power of 4, which is the same as 1 to the 4 over 4 to the 4. See, fractions aren't so bad after all. So we know 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. And we know 4 to the power of 4 is 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. And 4 times 4, let me just do it this way. 4 to the power of 4 is 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. Now if we split those up, that's 4 times 4 is 16, and 4 times 4 is 16. So we just need to find out what 16 times 16 is. A piece of cake. 16 times 16, 6 times 6 is 36, 6 times 1 is 6, plus 3 is 9, 0, 6, 1, 6, that plus that is 5, carry the 1, and 256. 256. There we go. Now we have to do this one. We have negative 2 all to the power of 6. So let's think about this. We've already gone through this. Is this going to be positive or negative if this is even? So if this is even, we said that this whole answer is going to be positive because negative times negative is positive. Well, actually, let me write it down like this. If you have 6 numbers and they're negative, 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 and negative, you know negative times negative is positive, negative times negative is positive, and negative times negative is positive, and positive times positive times positive is positive. So we have a positive, and you can always put a positive there if you want, just to sort of remind yourself or keep track or communicate to your teacher or whoever's marking your work that you didn't just not know what to do, and hopefully they notice, they just think you meant it to be positive. Like, it's okay to communicate to your teacher through your writing what it is. So anyhow, we need to do 2 times 6. So let's just do this here. We've got 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. This is 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8, so those 3 are 8. And these 3 are 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8. And 8 times 8 is 64. Do you see how I'm doing this faster than you can punch it into a calculator? Guys, you need to be able to do this stuff. You're going to find that if you do not practice now how to multiply, add and subtract, multiply, divide, find common denominators, which really is multiplying anyhow, if you cannot do this, I don't mean quickly, I just mean be able to do it without sitting there going, I don't know what it is. It's okay if that's where you are now. Just do something about it. Practice. Spend time now practicing. I mean, you know that if your teacher or I say to you, practice now for 20 minutes a day doing this, and after like a week and a half, you're going to save yourself like 2 hours a week on homework for the next 5 years. Doesn't that 4 years? Doesn't that sound like a good idea? It sure sounds like a good idea to me. So I really encourage you to make sure that you are able to do this. And when I was doing this work, if you're like, oh my gosh, I can't do this, this is crazy, I'm telling you, you can. Do not tell yourself that you cannot do something. You are wrong. You can do it. Maybe you can't do it right now, but if you'll stop getting so emotional about it and just use your intellect and be logical and say, I know that nobody else has stuff that I don't have. I come to this course with the full package. My brain is intact. I can think this through. I have the ability to practice. I'm going to do it. I can do it. My parents believe in me. My teacher believes in me. I believe in me. Jillian, who makes videos, believes in me, and I can do this. I'm going to practice it. I'm going to get this stuff down, and that's that. I'm telling you, you will be so happy that you did. So you just go